What's good, YouTube? This video is about the builds I'm playing around with when it comes to Feral Druid. So if anybody is aware, hopefully you are if you play Feral, because there's been some big changes hyped up and now they're in the game. So look at talents and you can see things look the same until you get past the row of level 60 choices, okay? When it comes to 75, 90, 100, things have been rearranged, some abilities tweaked, so it kind of is opening up more choice and obviously new things to try out to work out what the best is. So I'm going to tell you what I've been messing around with so far. I haven't been sitting here, you know, DPS checking still targets and stuff. It's just what I've been running around with doing the questing. Right now we're in Ashran, by the way. Go to Azeroth, Broken Eye. See, Argus, I've been in a lot of this area. I'm up to the quests of handing in the Argunite and doing... I gotta wait for this, okay? My first board mission. That's why I got stuck here. So I thought I'd make this video. Been over to the waste, up to the point where I'm doing world quests, smashing them out. So a little bit of time under my belt, and I've played with 2 different setups so far. And the second one is looking really promising. So in episode 1 of my let's play kind of thing, pretty much just recorded the start of the game, so check it out if you want to see my kind of initial reaction to things without having any knowledge of what's coming. This is what I was running, right? I've always loved Incarnation, the ability of just like smashing out so many abilities because of reduced mana cost. You can stealth stun things, and it also gives the damage buff, okay? It replaces Berserk down here, which is also a 3-minute cooldown, and it also just increases maximum energy. I think it's one, yeah, it's also a feature of Incarnation that increases maximum energy as well. But here's the deal. This one lasts for 30 seconds, this one lasts for 15. When it comes to PvP, it was like, when Incarn's up, it's scary, whether it's a boomy or whatever. So I've always loved Incarn. And this is what I tried out initially. It was Incarn, Brutal Slash, because it now hits 1.3 million physical damage on a recharge, and it's a combo builder. And I played around with Moment of Clarity, okay? Blood Talons now has been reduced to 20% increased damage for the full duration. So it's a nerf there, but Savage Roar, the standard PvE build, which would be this, has been buffed in the time that it stays up, and nerfed in the damage buff that it gives. So it gives 15% now. I think it was 25%. So my guess in PvE, if you want to go like single target damage, see how like try and top leaderboards, it's very important. If not, you wipe if you don't, you know, do a certain amount of damage. I'm thinking this is going to be the way to go. Okay, Jagged Wounds, your bleed spec, they tick harder and quicker. Okay, 20% less time now, not 33. So that's probably still the go-to, Jagged Wounds. I'm pretty confident with that one. Then it comes down to Savage Roar. Just a 15% damage buff across the board. Pretty like straightforward, just keep it up. And Blood Talon, so your Rip and Rake, which are your Jagged Wounds, you know, quicker bursting things, just do that 20% increased damage. But I wanted to try around with some new stuff. So, went Incarn, Brutal Slash, Moment of Clarity. It worked well. Brutal Slash, AoEs everything. So when it comes to leveling, I love it. It is incredible, okay? When it comes to PvE, like I said, doing dungeons and stuff, maybe Savage Roar is still the best to go. But for like just running around questing, I highly recommend going Brutal Slash. Because if you pull mobs, as you can see over here, and I Brutal Slash, it hits everyone. Okay, pair that with like Kill Dragon, like my Trinket, AoE Stun, Thrash. Like we start getting some good AoE in there when you add in Brutal Slash. So that's my pick. Incarn though, got nerfed in the sense of how many times you can prout. You can only do it once the whole duration. So with that in mind, it's probably better to go Jagged Wounds, and I felt a damage increase when I did, just for the quicker ticks. Okay, we just want things to tick. As we see, tick, 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 tick. You get the deal, okay? That would be slower if it wasn't for Jagged Wounds. Rake's already off. Keep that up. So Jagged Wounds, Brutal Slash is my pick there. Now, the one that probably requires some testing would be Moment of Clarity and Elun's Guidance. Just multiple runs to see which one does more damage. Specifically when it comes... All these three could be very, like statistically calculated to which one does the most damage overall. But Moment of Clarity was nice when you get your proc. They cost no energy, right? Pretty much. But if you go Moment of Clarity, it makes your abilities free. If you got Moment of Clarity on, it now triggers twice as much, stacks up to 2 times, and increases the damage of your next Shred, Thrash, or Brutal Slash by 20%. So I was pairing that with Brutal Slash to get a 20% buff. Would also try and pair up Tiger's Fury with it for an extra 15% buff. And Brutal Slash is hitting 1.4 million. Okay, it is PvE mobs and things, so the scaling's a bit different, but it's like, it's chunking them down. And things are dying quicker on my Feral than they do Unholy DK. So boys and girls, Feral Druid has been buffed. That 33% damage increase, while like things got tweaked and stuff, like Blood Talons got brought down and it's balanced out. The 33% damage increase buffs Brutal Slash. Okay, so like just overall Feral's doing nice damage. So I'm going to hurry up and talk. I've been rambling for 6 minutes. But this is my build. Moment of Clarity was cool. Elun's Guidance though. Why are we in combat, dude? Elun's Guidance being a 30-second cooldown is incredible. So, every time you hit it, bang, 5 combo points. And you get an additional 5 over 5 seconds. Which is awesome. When you pull big groups and you're dumping rips onto everyone, you self-heal crazily. And because we're not running Blood Talons, we don't have the time when we use our regrowths or roots. It's just heals, 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 right? So let's go. We'll get up right now. We'll put a Tiger's Fury on. Now we're going to proc for Brutal Slash, okay? So we can burst. Let's Brutal Slash it up, right? Bang, bang. And if we were taking some damage, you can heal right now. Okay, things all bled up. And now, let's go again. So, we're going to hit Elun's Guidance, and we've got another rip ready to go. Okay, and as you can see, watch these combo points build back up. Another rip ready to go. For another 5 seconds like that. Things are just dying everywhere. So, and then Brutal Slash is ready to just AoE things down. It's just, this is my build. SWOLABEAR'S initial Argus patch 7.3 build. Jagged Wounds, Brutal Slash, Elun's Guidance for when it comes to the bottom 3. Still love Mighty Bash. You could go Mass Entanglement if you want for like just running around doing questing purposes. Restoration Affinity. You get chunky heals from Swiftmen now. Watch this. Watch this, ready? 850k. They changed the animation and sound as well. So Restoration Affinity is awesome. Plus you get the 3% max health healed every 5 seconds. Wild Charge is awesome. Could run Renewal if you want to heal every 1.5 minutes, 30% max health. And Lunar Inspiration just does nice damage overall when it ticks. Look, they're nearly ticking like 60k, 6k. When it crits, double that. So this is my build. Let's go test it out. Alright, here we are back up in our ship. Oh, actually first we'll do the board. We'll do the board so we can progress a little bit further. You can see where, if you aren't up to this section yet, there's no spoilers, don't worry about it. But for anyone that has done this bit, this is where I'm up to. Oh, 30% chance won that. So, I was waiting for my guys to get back because I have to do the complete Darkfall Ridge supplies. Okay, so I've reset Scatter, the damage tracker, just as a nice thing to do, I guess. Pretty much just showing off not how much damage I can do, because I'll probably start the rotation up first of all. And also, like I said, probably to maximize damage, Jagged Wounds, Savage Roar, Blood Talon is still the best way to go. They didn't really want to change Feral too much from what I heard in the patch notes. But I just want to show how fun this build is to level with. So let's get it. Procs already. So if we rip up on him, we can heal. Procs on this. Haven't even bled him up and he's nearly dead. We can just Ferocious Bite. Yeah. Bite, dead. 880k in that small group. And that was without burst. I don't know what I just got then. It was a pet. I'm going to sell that straight away. Stun them all. Now, like, I haven't even bled them. It's just brutal slashes. Just chunk them down. I should be putting more rips up. 1 million DPS, guys. Now, it is, I know, like, groups and things like that. Like, I know you probably got Shadow Priests in here that can do a lot more. Mages and things like that have always been topping leaderboards. But Feral was struggling. Feral was really hard for me to get above, like, 500k DPS. 400, 500k DPS. My Unholy DK, its rotation was so much more simple and would do more damage. But this is really fun now. This is more fun than DK, I think. And it seems to be doing, with the same eye level, my DK is about 901, this is 905. It's doing perfectly good DPS, in my opinion. Okay, so let's burst and use our, what should we call it? Got another rip ready to go. Our Loon's Guidance, that one is. And that was burst. So, pretty much just showing you off some gameplay. Let's pull, to finish off this video, a massive pack, okay? We'll aggro off this guy. I want to show you what it can do when it comes to groups and things. Now keep in mind, these guys are pretty hard to kill. These mobs are harder on Argus. So let's use survival instincts. Stun them all. Okay, a Loon's Guidance. Rips. Straight in there. Another rip. A brutal slash show. Just Feral is better at AoE with this spec. Like AoE, all we could really do used to be Thrash and then, is it Maim, the other AoE ability? But yeah, that's the setup there. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're planning to, if you think this build is good. I recommend everyone, maybe not when it comes to raiding, okay? I'm not saying, again, that this is like the top tier damage, but it is doing good damage for like raiding and questing, and it's fun. That is the main thing when it comes to questing. It is fun. The Jagged Wounds are quicker bleeds, they tick. Brutal Slash is awesome, and a Loon's Guidance just rips every 30 seconds spread. So try it out, and I will see you guys next time.